Have you ever noticed how your body reacts to certain meals? Maybe you've had days where you felt bloated, tired, or just off for no obvious reason. Or maybe you've had stretches where your sleep was restless, your energy low, or even your mood a little out of sorts, and you couldn't quite put your finger on why. Sometimes, it's not just age catching up with us. Sometimes it all comes back to something most people don't even think about: the gut. Now, I know gut health isn't the most glamorous topic. It's not the kind of thing that comes up in everyday conversation. But let me tell you, when it comes to aging well, feeling energized, thinking clearly, and even living longer, it's one of the most important things to pay attention to. The gut isn't just about digestion. In fact, scientists now call it the second brain because it plays such a huge role in how our entire body functions. There are trillions of tiny bacteria living in your gut right now. And believe it or not, that's a good thing. These little guys help break down your food, absorb nutrients, regulate inflammation, protect your immune system, and even influence your mood and memory. But here's the catch. If the balance of good and bad bacteria gets thrown off, it can cause a ripple effect through the whole body. And unfortunately, that imbalance becomes more common as we get older. That's why taking care of your gut is one of the smartest, simplest ways to add healthy years to your life. And the good news? You don't need fancy supplements or complicated diets to do it. Sometimes, it just starts with what's on your plate. In this video, we're going to talk about 5 everyday foods you can add to your meals that feed your gut, support your immune system, and help your whole body feel stronger and more alive. These are foods you can find at nearly any grocery store. They're not expensive, and you don't need a recipe book to use them, but they do have the power to change how you feel from the inside out. So, let's start with the first one, and it might surprise you. It's something many people overlook or even avoid because it's not exactly flashy. I'm talking about fermented foods. Things like plain yogurt, kefir, sauerkraut, kimchi, or even a little bit of miso. These foods are packed with natural probiotics, those friendly bacteria that help crowd out the bad ones in your gut and keep everything working smoothly. You might already eat yogurt now and then, but here's the key. Not all yogurts are the same. Many of the flavored ones are loaded with sugar, which actually feed the bad bacteria and cancels out the good stuff. Instead, try going for plain, unsweetened yogurt and adding a bit of fruit or honey yourself. Even just a few spoonfuls a day can make a real difference over time. Fermented vegetables like sauerkraut or kimchi are another easy way to support your gut. Just a forkful with your lunch or dinner can bring a dose of healthy bacteria to your system. And if you're not sure about the taste, start small. Your palate might need a little time to adjust, but your gut will be thanking you right away. Now, once you've added those good bacteria into your system, you've got to feed them. And that brings us to the second food, fiber-rich plants. I know fiber might not sound exciting, but it's like the fuel that keeps your gut bacteria alive and thriving. Think of your gut like a garden. You planted those good bacteria with fermented foods. Now, you need to water and nourish them with fiber so they can grow strong and do their job. And the best sources of that fiber? Vegetables, fruits, legumes, nuts, seeds, and whole grains. But again, let's keep this simple. You don't need to overhaul your entire diet in one day. Maybe you start by adding a small salad to your lunch, or toss a handful of spinach into your morning eggs. Maybe you switch your white bread for whole grain, or you add a spoonful of chia seeds to your oatmeal. These little steps are like adding fertilizer to that gut garden, and they start paying off faster than you'd expect. And let me share something you might find surprising. When your gut is happy, other things start falling into place. People often find that their sleep improves. They have fewer stomach troubles. Their skin clears up, their joints ache less, and they feel calmer and more focused. That's because a healthy gut helps reduce inflammation all over the body. And inflammation is one of the biggest drivers behind chronic illness and early aging. One woman I spoke to said she started eating more leafy greens and beans every week, and within a month, her digestion had improved so much she felt like she was 10 years younger. Another man began adding plain kefir to his breakfast, and he said it helped him feel more even, not just physically, but emotionally too. And that's the kind of change that doesn't just improve your day, it improves your life. So now that we've looked at how fermented foods bring the good bacteria in and how fiber keeps them well-fed and strong, let's keep the momentum going. There's another simple food that's often underestimated, but it works wonders for the gut and overall health. There's another simple food that's often underestimated, but it works wonders for the gut and overall health. Bananas. Now, you might be thinking, really? Bananas? But yes, this humble fruit does more than just give you a boost of potassium. What makes bananas so special is something called resistant starch. It's a type of fiber that your body can't fully digest, but your gut bacteria can. That means it travels down to your intestines, where it becomes food for the good microbes. It helps them multiply and thrive, which can improve digestion, reduce bloating, and support regularity, something many people over 60 quietly struggle with. And here's the best part. You don't need to eat a bunch of bananas a day. Even just one medium-sized banana as a snack or added to your breakfast is enough. Some people prefer them slightly green, not totally unripe, just a bit firm, because they have more of that resistant starch in that stage. So next time you're at the grocery store, consider grabbing a few bananas for the week. They're portable, affordable, and gut-friendly in all the right ways. Speaking of digestion and comfort, let's talk about another powerhouse that not only soothes the stomach, but also boosts your immune system. Garlic. Yes, garlic. The same one you've been cooking with for years. It turns out this little flavor bomb is also a prebiotic, meaning it feeds the good bacteria in your gut, just like fiber does. But it also has another secret. It naturally fights off harmful bacteria without hurting the good ones. Garlic contains a compound called allicin, which helps the body defend against invaders like viruses, fungi, and even certain bad gut bacteria. So, by simply adding garlic to your meals a few times a week, you're creating a healthier, stronger environment inside your digestive system. That means fewer infections, better immunity, and even lower inflammation throughout your body. If you're someone who enjoys cooking, this one's easy. A little fresh garlic sautéed with olive oil, stirred into soups, or mixed with roasted vegetables adds flavor and health benefits. And if raw garlic feels too strong, no problem. Cooked garlic still offers wonderful gut-supporting powers. The idea isn't to suddenly eat it every day in large amounts. Just include it when you can, consistently. Now, let's shift our focus just a little, because gut health isn't only about food that feeds your bacteria. It's also about food that helps keep the lining of your gut strong and healthy. And for that, one of the best things you can eat is bone broth. I know it might sound old-fashioned, like something your grandmother used to make when someone had a cold, but there's a reason this tradition stuck around. Bone broth is rich in collagen, gelatin, and amino acids that help strengthen the walls of your digestive tract. As we age, the gut lining can become thinner or more sensitive, and that can lead to things like leaky gut, inflammation, or poor nutrient absorption. Bone broth acts like a soothing balm for your gut lining. It helps seal it up, strengthen it, and keep it functioning the way it should. If you enjoy sipping something warm and comforting in the evenings, try swapping one of your usual drinks for a cup of warm bone broth. You can make it at home with leftover chicken bones and vegetables, or you can find ready-made versions at most grocery stores. Just look for one with simple ingredients and low sodium. Add a pinch of sea salt, maybe a sprinkle of herbs, and you've got a healing, nourishing drink that works quietly in the background to support your whole system. And here's something else that's beautiful about these foods. They don't just help your gut, they support the systems connected to it. When your gut is healthy, your immune system gets stronger, your mind feels clearer, your skin often looks better, and your energy tends to rise. It's like tuning up your engine so everything runs more smoothly. The changes don't always happen overnight, but they do happen. One viewer told me she started making bone broth and sipping it before bed a few times a week. Not only did her digestion improve, but she said her joints felt better and she was sleeping deeper. Another added garlic to her meals more often and noticed fewer colds and sniffles during the winter months. And that's the beauty of it. These aren't trendy superfoods or rare ingredients you have to search high and low for. They're everyday items, gentle, familiar, affordable. And when you include them regularly, they work behind the scenes to keep your gut and your whole body thriving. Let's not forget, after 60 or 70, every bit of energy, clarity, and comfort matters. We all want to enjoy our lives, not just live them. Whether it's spending time with grandkids, going for a walk, working on a hobby you love, or simply waking up in the morning feeling good, gut health plays a role in all of that. It's one of those invisible things that quietly supports everything else. Now that we've explored fermented foods, fiber-rich plants, bananas, garlic, and the healing magic of bone broth, there's still one final food worth talking about. It's probably already in your kitchen. Or if not, it's one you'll want to consider adding soon. And that brings us to one last food I want to share with you today. It's something that often flies under the radar, but it's a quiet hero for gut health, and that's chia seeds. Now, I know that might sound like something only young health influencers sprinkle on their smoothies, but hear me out. Chia seeds are tiny, yes, but they're powerful. Think of them like little sponges full of fiber, nutrients, and healthy fats that do wonders for your gut and beyond. When you add chia seed to water or let them soak in yogurt or milk, they swell up into this gel-like texture. That gel is made from soluble fiber, which helps slow down digestion and keeps your blood sugar steady. But more importantly for your gut, it acts almost like a broom, gently sweeping your digestive tract, keeping things moving and helping maintain regularity. And let's be honest, that's something most of us appreciate more and more as we get older. Chia seeds are also packed with omega-3s, which fight inflammation. And inflammation, especially in the gut, can affect everything, from how we absorb nutrients to how we feel mentally and physically. A small scoop of chia seeds, just a tablespoon or two a day, can quietly support your gut lining, nourish your good bacteria, and keep your system running smoothly. You don't have to make a big production out of it. Stir them into your oatmeal, mix them into yogurt, or even blend them into a smoothie. Some people like to make chia pudding, letting the seeds soak overnight in milk or a milk alternative with a little honey and cinnamon. It's an easy breakfast or snack that your gut will love. What matters most is consistency. A small amount, added daily, can make a big difference over time. So now you've got these 5 simple, accessible foods, fermented options like yogurt and kefir, fiber-rich leafy greens, bananas, garlic, bone broth, and chia seeds. None of them are exotic. None of them require a special diet. They're just wholesome, everyday ingredients you can weave into your meals without stress or confusion. And the magic happens when you do that consistently. Not perfectly, just consistently. You might be wondering, can it really be that simple? The answer is yes. The body doesn't need perfection. It needs support, and your gut in particular responds beautifully to gentle, nourishing habits. It doesn't take long to notice the benefits. Your digestion becomes easier. Your belly might feel less bloated. You may start sleeping better or feel more steady energy throughout the day. And over time, your immune system strengthens, your mood lifts, and your overall vitality increases. Now, I know making changes, especially around food, can feel overwhelming. After all, you spend a lifetime with certain habits and routines. But this isn't about throwing everything out and starting over. It's about inviting a few new friends to the table. Start with one thing, maybe a spoonful of yogurt in the morning, or swapping your usual snack for a banana. Try adding garlic to your cooking more often, or sprinkling chia seeds on your breakfast. These are not big, dramatic changes. They're small, gentle steps that your body will thank you for. And you don't have to do it alone. Share this journey with someone, a friend, a partner, a neighbor. Talk about what's working for you. Swap recipes. Celebrate the little wins, like feeling lighter after meals or having more regular mornings. Health isn't just about what we eat. It's also about connection, joy, and sharing those moments of care with others. Remember, gut health isn't just about avoiding problems. It's about building a foundation for a long, vibrant life. Your gut influences your immune system, your mood, your brain, your heart. It's all connected. By taking care of it, you're not only preventing discomfort or disease, you're investing in your future, in your energy, your peace of mind, your ability to keep doing the things you love. Whether that's gardening, walking, reading, laughing with your grandkids, or simply waking up with a clear mind and a strong body. So, take a breath and feel proud of yourself for being here, for being curious, for being willing to explore how something as simple as food can impact how you live and feel every single day. There's power in that choice. If you found this helpful, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Have you tried any of these foods? What's worked for you? Share your experience in the comments. I always enjoy reading them, and you never know who your story might help. And if you want more simple, uplifting tips like this, be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. That way, we can keep walking this journey toward wellness together. Here's to strong guts, warm meals, and the beautiful truth that it's never too late to take care of yourself. You've got this, and I'm cheering you on every step of the way.